All right, going live here. Wake up!
Wake up. Good morning.
Hello, welcome to Wake Up Wednesdays. We're so excited to have you all here. And if you're just coming in, we want to say thank you so much for joining us. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, please subscribe or comment and ask us any questions along the way. We love to include you, and we're so excited. Daniel, how are you doing today?
I am awesome, bro.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yes, sir.
I love it.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Powerful energy in the world right now. There's a new moon feeling all of the feels today. There's a lot of
Full moon, full moon, full moon, not new, full
full
moon.
moon. Sorry, yes, correct. This is a
Whoa!
full moon.
And it's a crazy one, too, bro. It's a crazy, amazingly powerful one because it's in the sign of Leo, right? Which is all
Ooh.
about how we show up in the world,
Mm.
right? So, how are we showing up today? How are we showing up today, Mr. C?
Wild and ready to run. Wild stallion ready to be unleashed on the world.
Nice. How does it get
Um,
even better?
yeah, so there's some exciting news in our life, and I don't know if we're gonna share it here or not. I think we're not, but I'm my things, and we just got back from Costa Rica, and we're it's what we talked last week that now I'm invigorated by the cold. I'm allowing this amazing energy to serve me here, and
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited. I'm training for TEDx talks today. I'm
How
my Dude
fun.
You're Getting Well podcast soon, and new program inspiring for me, and I have a lot of doing amazing things for themselves, and all those things give me so much purpose and light
That
me
is
up.
fantastic, Ben. That's
Yeah,
fantastic. I'm so proud
I'm
of
doing
you.
what I love, and I realize I've really learned how to help other people do the same,
Absolutely.
and you've been a
Absolutely.
really big part of that.
Thank
So what
you. Thank you. I received that.
what's sourcing all of your awesome?
Well, I thank you for asking that and for sharing that because I had a conversation yesterday. I was having a conversation with Guillermo, my partner, for those of you who are listening for the
Mm,
first time.
is he
And
still in
he's at the
China at the
he's
Olympics?
he's exactly, he's at the Olympics right now. He's
Exciting.
absolutely loving it and doing all these amazing things. And I said to him last night, I was like, I I I want a breakthrough, right? I'm obviously I'm very grateful and I'm very happy for everything that's happening in my life and all that wonderful stuff. I would really, I'm kind of looking for a breakthrough in my life. And
Mm,
as I began to meditate on what that means, I started to recognize and realize how beautiful and powerful the universe is. That when we are looking for something and we are asking for something, it's also looking for and asking for us,
mm.
right? So when I say I'm looking for a breakthrough, is it really that I'm looking for a breakthrough or that I have the awareness that a breakthrough is coming in my life, right?
Wow.
And
Yes.
I'm with you, Ben. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of everything that you are doing and creating, and that you and Cassie are creating, and all the magic and the miracles that are possible. And I'm going to honor all of that today, and I'm going to kind of like bask in your creations, which is
Mm,
absolutely one of the most glorious things that we can be is a witness to other people's magic. And
mm.
thank you for being that and for sharing that. And how does it get even better? One of the things that I was talking about this morning on my morning live was about really tapping into this energy of out creating ourselves, right?
Ooh.
We get into this space of like, wow, this is so great, this is so great, this is so great, or this is not so great, wherever your point of view is about it, right?
Mm,
And then
mhm.
and then we get stuck. We put up this curtain and we're like, oh, this is what it is. But what if we asked every day, what would it take for me to outcreate myself?
Mhm.
And what would it take for me to become greater today than I have ever been before? Greater today than I was yesterday, and greater today. And so
I
thank you
love
for that
that
invitation.
possibility. Oh yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
A beautiful question into it. And you know, what I'm hearing is if you can't seek inspiration from yourself sometimes too, you can bask in that from others. So great about community and friends and finding that. And if you can't find it, that you can also ask for it. And
Yes.
you know, I know some men or some people who are challenged by the toxic masculine are always thinking, well, how I always need to do more and can beat themselves up for not doing more. So I just, if you're listening and you're hearing that, because that hit me for a second, I was thinking this out create be a pressure. It could be, and if it occurs as pressure, look at that, right? But it
Yeah.
could out creating could be something as how can you give yourself more love today? Like how can you release
Yes.
yourself of the burdens that you put on your could out create yourself too. So it can look any way you want.
I love it. Also, it reminds me, something as beautiful as a diamond, right? A
Mm,
diamond is this gorgeous, 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 very highly prized in this reality thing. And, how is a diamond created? It's created from a tremendous amount of pressure. It's just a hunk of
mm,
coal that is under a tremendous amount of pressure, right? And I
yeah.
used to buy into this belief that in order for me to become a diamond, I had to go through a lot of pressure. But what if that
Mm,
pressure, as you so beautifully said, was love? What if the energy of love was, or gratitude was the energy that was required for me to change to become more of the diamond that I choose? So
oh,
whatever,
wow.
no matter what you guys have going on in your lives, whether you perceive that that pressure is challenging you, whether you perceive that pressure is a burden to you, or whether you
Mm,
perceive that that pressure is love, would you be willing to allow yourself to bring it into your life, to be a contribution to your life? And if you don't like it, if it feels heavy, if the pressure feels heavy, what would it take for you to choose to go through that pressure with love?
that's so beautiful.
Like you're beautiful.
I'm just trying to process that too for a minute. Like, what would it take to take pressure with love?
Or not
And what
even
would
to
that
go
look like?
through the pressure with love, but to allow the pressure to be love. What if
Mm.
love was the pressure? You know? It's
And you're
like,
like, oh
wow.
no. And there's just literally
Ah!
this wave waiting for you to receive it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And that can be
exactly, Ben.
scary, especially if you're not used to receiving love or
Yeah,
giving it to yourself. So,
exactly.
where in your life are you not allowing yourself the permission to give and receive love?
Would you guys be willing to choose differently today? Right? What would it take?
Mm,
Would it take to choose differently today for today to
mm,
be something that is beyond miraculous? We call this Wake Up Wednesday because we say we're waking up to your potential, right? And what we, even when we say we're waking up to our potential, every single one of us goes to a place of what we think our potential is, right?
yeah. Yeah.
My potential is this, my potential is that. Or we see another energy or another being or another entity or something outside of us and we say, oh my God, that is my potential. My potential is, oh my God, I want to be the next Madonna or I want to be the next Justin Timberlake or whatever, Barack Obama. I want to be that as my potential. But when we do that,
Yeah.
Ben, we've already decided what we can be. But we know that the
Mm,
universe has so much more available for us if we just let go of any of those points of views or judgments we have about what our potential may be to open it up to something so much greater, right? And so, all of you guys, for all of us, including myself, because I think one of the reasons I've been asking for a breakthrough is because I've been asking also, am I fulfilling my potential? Am I living up to my
mm,
potential? But those questions,
mm.
those are judgments. You know what I mean, Ben? There's judgment that's attached to that. There's like, oh, am I living up to my potential? And there's all of a sudden, this energetic finger being waved in your face. Are you living up to your potential? you
Yeah.
know and what if my potential was this moment, was this love, was this being, was this connection? What if that's what it was, and what will it take to have more of that? Ha!
That's
You're
powerful.
very quiet today. This is very, very unusual for me to have you so quiet today.
I'm really listening. Something from worthiness is coming up for me too. As I've shared with you and some of people in my community, one of my closest friends is really struggling with his body. Is just so many things have been going are not functioning well and causing so much pain. And I've felt this energy of worthiness come up. And where are you not feeling worthy? And it's about permission again. Like this is something that is so accessible. Love is so accessible, but we get stuck in realities. It just looks a different way. And even
Yeah.
um, Cassie said to me this morning, we actually choose how we're going to approach our life from now on. Like it's our mindset is such a choice, and it was really cool to hear that we'd just come out of your meditation. Just I think part of today too. I'm realizing I said like this wild stallion since I came on here, but underneath it is also a lot of grief and some fear. Like approaching the 1 year anniversary of my father's passing, and also working to create life, and just knowing that there's people close to me who are also one of the things I was struggling with this week. Wednesday going into it, I was so excited, but I was also feeling like share shame. Like I didn't want to share fully how amazing my life is. And
Why? What would
I've
that have
been
to do?
quiet about it to protect other people, and it's not real. It's not. It doesn't even belong to me, right?
Right.
It's
Good.
it's
Good.
it's made up. And so that was my work, right? Was to see where I'm not. We have friends who are trying to have a child and have been unsuccessfully, and we have friends, who have been suffering, and so sometimes when you're going through something and you're doing really well, for me, it's like this old people pleasing thing. Like I can't share how great I'm doing because I think someone told me actually. I remember when I first did the Dell commercials like 20 years ago. Like, who are you to? Uh, or someone said you're so cocky. Because I used to really speak proudly about myself in a way, and I learned to do that as an actor. And I got told so many times that it was very self-serving or egotistic. Who are you to share this? And even when I was really successful in when I was going to NYU in college, the other students there weren't like happy for me. I didn't experience. Well, no one showed that if they were. They showed. It almost created this like aggression. This what felt like
Sure.
kind of jealousy, whatever. And I just wanted to be included. I just wanted to be treated as a regular person. But what I saw was, I have to be careful about sharing. If I'm already famous, I can't share well I'm doing. Or here I was paying for my own schooling in one of the most expensive schools in the country, doing the very thing I was studying, right?
That's amazing.
And we all have sacrifices, so that was just such an incredible breakthrough. But it's still when we're doing really well, I find myself sometimes like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, I don't want to share that, and then someone else will think badly about themselves. And that's really become how I learned to lead, though. Like my own sensitivity that I was afraid of is now something I lead as a superpower.
Great. So
Becky's on
what will
here.
it
She just
take?
said your success is someone else's hope and motivation. So who are you not, like, who am I not to share unapologetically?
Right, exactly. I want to talk about this for a second. This is so
Yeah.
powerful and so potent, okay? So first of all, thank you for that vulnerability and thank you for that honesty. And I have a clearing first of all. So everywhere that all of us or any of us are hiding our light because we perceive that our light will make others burn out or suffer, can we please destroy and uncreate that? And that energy, Ben, is, you know, it's like you remember when we used to go to like nightclubs, or maybe you still do. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been to a nightclub. When you go to a nightclub and you're there all night long and it's really dark and really sexy inside and everybody's so sexy and everybody's like, oh my God, this is so hot and I'm so fabulous. Maybe you're fucked up or you're whatever. It's like all over the place. Whoops, I said a cuss word. Sorry, Becky. Then you go outside. You go outside and the sun is shining bright because it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and you have no idea you've been there for the last 12 hours. And you walk outside and the sun is so bright and the sun is hitting everybody. And you look around you and you're like, oh my God, her mascara's down to her boobs. And that guy's pants are almost down to his waist or down to his ankles. And you see really what you didn't see in the darkness, you see in the light, right? And so
everyone, and you're like, whoa, that person looks very different now.
Right. And so what if by us shining our light, we are an invitation for everyone else to see what is possible and what they can also achieve, what they could become, what they could step into. Like, what if that was our willingness to be that energy of success, that willingness to be the energy of creation, to also recognize that it's that which is who we be is what is inspiring to others.
Yes. Amen.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden, when that light is on, and you can see that your mascara is down to your boobs, and your shirt is wrinkled, and all that, well, you can brush yourself off, you can wash yourself off, you can go to bed, you can get restored. You know, there's so much awareness that comes when that light is on.
Yeah. And also, even if it's a dark place, like you're saying, we think of these places, I always think of. And healing is a way to provide some light in the dark spaces. And maybe you don't like what it looks like, but when you can see it, then you can create anything from it. And that part is important to own as well. Like, that is a beautiful part of yourself as well. So if we're trying to hide,
when you see it,
actually could be the greatest superpower you have, the thing that someone else needs to hear as well.
I love this. Can you say it again? When you see it, you can change it, right? When you see it, you can change it. And how many of us don't even know what it is that we could change that would create a completely different reality for us if we just allowed ourselves to be that energy, to see what it is.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God, you're on fire. See, you started off very, very quietly, Mr. Curtis, and now
I started off as a wild stallion, then I got quiet, and then it's like my life.
You're still all of that. You're still a wild stallion. You're still all of those crazy things, but all in a nice balanced harmony right now.
And speaking of you know, I was thinking again, I came across this video I made called How to Be Extra, and I had actually forgotten to release it before I left.
Wait, are you saying I'm extra? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying I'm extra?
Please.
No, I am extra.
Yeah, I'd like you to own it because it inspires. So, you know, the one thing I see is we have all these words for people too much, right? And we actually, a lot of us quell those things in order to fit into boxes and relationships. And oh my gosh, my mic has been on the floor the whole time. I wonder if you all could even hear me.
Yeah, we could hear you.
Nobody said anything. Wow, that was interesting. So you're gonna get a whole new me now. So it's it's I lost it.
Being extra.
Yes. There's
extra.
so many ways where we're quieting ourselves to fit in things in order to what we think we need to do, in order to be the partner we think we need to be, or in order to be the employee or boss or friend or family member or any of those things, in order to get a relationship or to get that. And it's what I'm finding in my life, the older I get too, the more age I love, is that to remove all of those barriers. That's what we're here to do, to literally throw the lid off of the box so that you have permission to create. It is expressions in you taking up space, that you are going to find your own space, that you are going to carve your new space, right? It's not in trying to hide and quell those things that you're most afraid of. Those are the most beautiful parts.
Yep.
They need to shine.
Yeah, it reminds me too. I remember I've always been a little extra. And I remember, you know, there was more times than not I was told to tone it down.
Mm,
Tone it down. Tone it down. Even tone it down to hear somebody that you love, right? Somebody that you love and you admire and you respect, and somebody who's really important to you, to hear them say, tone it down. You're a bit loud, or you're a bit crazy, or you're a bit this, or you're a bit that. It
mm,
definitely was something that, like you so beautifully pointed out, that made me kind of it made me take it personally, right? It made me
mm,
say, "Oh, wow, I'm too much for people," or but what is that? What does that even mean to be too much? And who does that really belong to? Is it really
yeah.
me being too much, or is it them being afraid to be themselves?
Mm,
Right? Is it them being afraid of what change can occur when we truly step into owning all of us, our
mm,
light, our dark, our everything, right?
mm. Yes. Yes. It's so
Not
beautiful.
being willing to be provocatively you, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna. And then you went and started a website called The Provocative Intuitive, and you're like, I'm gonna show you
That's
extra.
right.
Um,
That's right.
and that's
Exactly.
inspiring. So where are you not giving yourself permission to really go after, to really show your true colors? Like, who are you hiding from? There's
That's
so many
right.
people in relationships who are miserable because they think a relationship needs to look a certain way. And now I have friends who are like opening relationships and creating all new things because you can literally create anything at any time. And the only thing we're afraid of is losing everything. All this stuff is made up. All the things we're trying to grasp onto, guess what? They're always changing. We are always changing. And so if we can
That's
stop,
right.
for me, I'll speak for myself, like trying to hold on to those things that you love and you need to work, and starting to just let go and trusting that you can create even more space, right? That's when that beautiful
Yeah.
energy, I think, shows up for us.
Absolutely. And also you mentioned something that I think is so important, and that is letting go, right?
Mm,
When there's something in our life, including a relationship, including any
mm,
kind of relationship, that we truly, truly love, like we love our partner, or we love our job, or we love whatever it is, a thing, it could be an object. Whenever
mm.
we love something so much that we cleave to it
Yeah,
without giving it any space or any energy to
any
breathe,
breathing room.
we suffocate it, number one. And number two, you think about when you plant a seed in a garden. If you just stood over the seed and tried to wait and watch the seed grow, it wouldn't get any light. It wouldn't get any sunlight because you'd be blocking the sunlight,
Hmm.
right? And so, in order for you to allow that thing to grow, to allow that seed to grow, you have got to walk away. You've got to let go, right? It's
Yeah,
got to let the light in. You've got to
yeah.
let the light in. And so, what is it today? This is a really, really great like home play, if you will. Like, what could we do today? What could we let go of today, Ben, that we're holding on to so dearly in our life, that if we actually did let it go, would actually create more for us, for those individuals, right here and right now.
Mm.
Anything that doesn't allow that, can we please just destroy and uncreate it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, man. This is like, this the energy of thinking that we know what's best for us. We think we know
Oh
what's
my
best for
God.
us.
That's a good one.
Yeah, what the hell? We don't know shit. We know everything and we know nothing. That's the most important thing. We know everything and we know nothing. And it's those places when we think we know everything that we're not open to more. So, in those places
Mm.
that you think you know everything, what if you could tap into the what else is possible? What is
Yeah.
what else should I know that I don't know? You know what I mean? Or what else could
Mm.
I know that I don't know?
Mm. Mm. That's
And what
beautiful.
questions could I ask to change that? You know?
I think these are great questions. And yeah, continuing, I love your question asking. It's like one of the greatest tools ever. And I wanted anyone who's home, I want to also let you know that Daniel's doing a full moon meditation tonight, activation. So if you're listening
Yes.
live, please check that out. We're going to be on there. Cassie and I will be with you.
Yeah,
And
it's going to be really exciting.
yeah, I'm excited for that. With this is a podcast. If you don't already know or you aren't listening to it as a podcast now, you can be. We're going to start doing that.
Launching March
We
2nd. We have an official date.
we do. We're launching March 2nd.
We are launching March 2nd across all platforms that you enjoy listening to your podcast on. So subscribe.
Please do. And that's it's a we're plugging it, but it's also so important to remember that so much of the algorithms feed rage and hype and really toxic things. So just in order to help us spread this message of love, and if this resonates, please do subscribe or comment or tag a friend who could use this so that we can help spread this message today. And don't forget to ask yourself the questions. I mean, right now I was a little chilly and I'm like, my hands are closed. But even opening and just breathing allows so much space to come in. So, Daniel, thank you for this beautiful gift today. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And thank you to everyone who's listening. We really appreciate
Yeah,
to
you know,
hear
you
from you.
guys, yeah, we want to hear from you. And also, I want to honor and recognize that whatever comes out of this podcast, this podcast is completely generic. Not generic, it's completely organic. Thank you. It's
Organic.
completely organic. This podcast is completely organic, and it comes as a result of what you are asking for. Okay. And so, whatever it is that you are asking for is usually what will show up here. And so,
Hmm.
we honor you and we are very grateful for you for showing up and for asking. Even those of you who are listening in the future, you are asking as well. And there is no time and space. So, we know that your contribution is here as well. So, thank you all. What will it take to
Thank
have
you.
more of this? Have a great day, Ben. Love you so much, brother.
Love you too. We'll see you all same time next Wednesday. Ciao.